Alright, here we go. We're back with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Let's get started. For the most part, I'm gonna go through some rank games, try to climb through the ladder, and at least get back to gold status if I don't go further. Probably go further. And on top of that, I'll go through some of the solo modes. Let's see. Trying to combine Visa Starfrost into my Unchained deck. And see where it takes me. Here we go. Alright. And it's looking like I got a pretty good opening hand. If I blow this up with Rukia, I can actually, France. What is this going to do? So, what's this do? Plenty cannot target face-up plant monster with attacks. With this card, has card effect. Special summon plant monster from your deck. I have no idea what he could possibly summon that's going to screw me over. But I'm sure it's pretty good. I'll go for a Ruha as a starter for this combo. Got Unchained Twin Aruha. Set Escape of the Unchained and blow it up. That gone. Aruha summons. And Escape of the Unchained also summons. To which I will then use to immediately summon. I was gonna go for the Abominable Unchained Soul, but let me use Sarama as an extender. We'll set this, reset the trap, and then blow up Aruha. Aruha's effect will activate, and summon, I guess this one. No. We'll summon this. The Abominable Unchained Soul. And use its effect. Wait. Can I target plant monsters attacks except this one? Alright, that's attacks, not effects. So, blow it up. So what plant was he hoping to grab anyway? And so we wait. Lord Poison. All I have to do not to trigger that is to just not destroy it by battle. Easy enough. Summon Rukia. Use Rukia's effect to blow up Sarama. And then the Unchained Twin Sarama activates. Now I'll summon the Unchained Soul of Disaster from the deck. And use its effect. Absorb his monster. since it's not destroyed by battle. The Unchained Soul of Rage gets to go on unimpeded. Up, and that's it. And he surrenders. I'm a little surprised at how fast he surrendered, but okay. Clearly I shouldn't be in this rank, picking on people who try to run random plant decks. What are my quests again? Use 2 traps, 3 spells, and a couple exceed summons. I suppose I'll use the that Paleozoic deck I made. It doesn't have any spells, but I'll sure get through the other 2 requirements. Read and Weep. It's all outside of this one trap, this one hand trap monster. It's all traps. Everybody starts seeing everyone who sees people running a deck like this starts running stuff like Harpy's Feather Duster. Of course, if I ever win the coin toss, I go first. Alright. Let's see. Disrupt monsters. Move attacks. This. And completely shut down the monster from the extra deck. That's good. Okay. Cyber Dragons. Can't really do much against that, so I'll just let it go. Cyber Legado. Emergency. Okay. I got nothing. So what is this guy doing? What does this do? Oh, okay. Okay. And Galaxy Soldier. Well, that's close. Mouse from the hand to the grave. Summon this. Go nuts. Not really sure what he's planning on doing, but it can't be the worst. And keep going. You got 5 monsters, 3 level 5, so I imagine you can go into something. Sons of Dragon Nova. Alright, cool. I allow it. You're gonna go into Infinity next, right? There it is. You do that. It doesn't really stop anything I'm planning on doing. Cyber Dragon Seeger. Let's see. Spell phase. Attacks involving this monster. Okay. Suit yourself. And there we go. Overload fusion. I'm sure I'll be fine. Whoa. First things first. Let's turn that face down. Then naturally he has to try and negate that, which makes me immediately counter that. And of course, how goes it? Hey, Tormented Salad, it goes pretty good. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm just facing off against Cyber Dragon Duelist. I'll nerf the attack of the Cyber Dragon. I don't have any need to really use this. So, I'll do it just for the hell of it. Because this guy's gonna go face down anyway. What you got? Let's see, Cyber Legato. He's gonna hurt me for a bit, but I'll live. I mean, okay. Just to reiterate. Effect this hit. For the rest of the turn, that monster gains 2100 attack. Also, neither player takes any battle damage from attacks involving this monster. What the hell? I just took 4100. What? 4200. What do you mean I take no damage? Oh, come on. Hey, early? Yes, I am. I'll be on later today with other games too. But for now, it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. You playing Peleos now? I'm getting through the dailies, and the dailies require me to get through to use traps and exceed monsters. So, doing that. Of course, I'm going through. I got bumped down in the silver rank, so I kind of figure I'm in a spot where I can get away with doing this. There's a Cybernetic Overflow, Banish, different levels. This card is on the field. That one. Uh-oh. What's up? I don't know. I haven't played much since reset. I can't blame you for that. I've been in several spots when I just got swamped with work and wasn't able to play as much as I wanted to. Was supposed to be off work yesterday, and then I got called in. I'm like, God damn it. But I did draft this Dragon Maid player through a special kind of hell in which they surrendered out of frustration. What did you do? Oh wait, did you save the replay? Does this do anything else? So when this card is used in summon, return, send up to 2 light monsters from your deck to the grave. This card makes another attack. Oh boy. And then sadly, I'm probably going to die. You destroyed my miracles. I kinda needed that. I was under the impression this effect that says I take no battle damage was going to not make me take battle damage. I'm really pissed at this part where it says also neither player takes any battle damage from attacks involving this monster. And I'm sitting here with 3,800 because that's clearly a lie. I don't like the fact that I'm losing due to bad programming. Let's see. Found a Morphia. They were finding it impossible to kill me. It's like 13 life points. Alright. Gonna bust it back. I'll be back later. Alright, trustees. I'll see you later. Try not to splurge too much on it. I'm gonna buy. Let's see. Yeah, he buffed the Cyber Dragon. Okay. This is gonna hurt. shame he just kept having the means to blow up my traps. First, this guy. See, to be fair, I really screwed up. I should have forced his, what is it? The Cyber Dragon Nova to be face down. Then I wouldn't have had to deal with a lot of what he did after. Monster doesn't do that much. Oh. Sub can. Oh, okay. Things could have been far worse. He could have buffed up the attack of this thing. And then attacked like 3 times. Cyberload fusion. Because Overload fusion just wasn't enough fusion. Let's see, shuffling materials. Deck for more heal and face up banish cards. But only the fusion monster can attack. Well, that's an awful lot of Cyber Dragon's material he can use. Let's see. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11. Oh boy. How do you feel about the new dailies? The new dailies, I think they try to force players as much as possible to play DDDs. Because, like, before when it was just deal damage, it's like, yeah, that's a core aspect of the game. It sucked for only players who would play, I'd say, Exodia or alternate win condition cards like that. Maybe slightly specific. Yeah. Now that it's specific enough to say you can only play a certain type of way, you're forced into strategies you typically don't like. Like, I'm not really one for using Exceed, Synchros, and maybe Rituals. I'll try to get to that. I'll try to make that work. Then there's the one that says, oh, play Pendulums. It's like, fuck you too. The damage and attacks were annoying due to player behavior, but they are generic means. Yeah. Okay, here we go. What can I do with 800 life points? The best I can. Titanicider. We're gonna negate another monster effect. With this gone. This comes out. Like, if it's that much trouble, don't hang them in. Do them what's wrong. True. Alright, that's another monster dealt with. We go into the Paleozoic Succeed. Oh wait. Cancel that. What am I doing? What am I doing? Why would I do that? That's stupid. Oh, I forgot to add Gentetsu in here. Oh wow. Oh well. Cat Shark. It's gonna win me the game. Watch. You'll see, everyone. Master Strats. Unless he has an honest in hand. Nope. I need the exceed material. No! No, no, no! Oh, okay, yeah, it's negated. God damn, don't scare me like that. Oh, man. God damn it. Actually, that was a fucking jump scare. Alright. Cyberlicado goes into Downert Magician. Alright. And now I go into the other exceed. Divine Arsenal AA. Oh wait, no. Go into defense. I think it's always better to put this in defense mode. Just in case. AA Zeus Sky Thunder. Now, I could leave this open, like leave the field as it is, and I think I will. If he uses any of this to go into something, I can blow that up, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Like, this is a link too, so worst case scenario, and I know I'm jinxing myself, he goes into Borreload, and then I'm screwed. I don't think this deals with Borreload Dragon. But it could. As for the new dailies, yeah, trying to force me into using extra deck monsters. I get it if you're trying to push players to learn how to use the extra deck. I know how to use Synchros and Pendulums, I just don't like building for them. I'll try to use Pendulums. It's just I don't have all the cards together yet. Does this summon? Discard a card, special summon this from the hand. If no more special summon, target special summon it. Alright. Then on the summon, I will eradicate the field. This one does something, right? If this card is sent to the grave by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon. Oh, fuck you two. God damn it! That got me. Either I sit back and let him summon another. Damn it! He got me. If I use Zeus on that, he just summons something more powerful. Oh, it's even worse. Are you kidding me? Alright, that's it. That was the game. I should have used Zeus in response to this thing's summon. Ah, the misplace. And of course he goes into a fresh infinity that actually can be used. Oh well. Live and learn. See, the problem was I didn't bother to check his grade. If I remembered he had Nova, or even remembered that was what he was targeting, I would have been able to stop it. Sorta. Alright. But that's enough of that. I think I'm done with the exceed summon requirement. Thankfully, it counted going into Downert Magician and Zeus as exceed summons. So we're done with that. The nightmare is over for now. Let's see. Looking forward to Thursday. Why Thursday? Wait, is there something that was announced that I don't know, that I didn't remember? Notifications. going on? We already got the Fallen of Albaz pack. New cards. Where? Normally they always make a big announcement and it's in notifications. There's supposed to be a new zombie structure deck. Alright. Which apparently is Oh, Labrav! Alright! So does it include like, oh man, does it give me the Lair of Darkness field spell? Released it and deleted it in 5 minutes. Oh, come on. Alright. Anyway. So yes, they accidentally dropped the news early. Well, hopefully I can make a pretty good Lair of Darkness deck that uses Labyrinth cards. It's already in the game. No, Lair of Darkness is in the game, and you can if I remember right, you can only get it from Master Duel packs. You can't I can't just get lucky and buy it from the Legacy packs. Let me double check that, because I have been wrong before on many occasions. So, but you also look for something to believe in. I thought there was a way to get extra deck slots, but whatever. I will delete the old Dogmatica one. Delete. Let me double check this. Lair of Darkness. Like, yes, I know the card's in here, but more importantly, how to obtain. Oh shit! Never mind. Rulers of Darkness. I could have gotten started on this a while ago. God damn it. So all the support? Oh man. I was a fool. Alright, well I know what packs I'm gonna start opening once I get the Labyrinth cards. Aside from Labyrinth, I'm getting a couple of the traps. I think I'll run the Fang of Critias with it. A lot of those Fang of Critias monsters are look pretty cool. Aside from that, I did buy a bunch of packs for. I'll go second. It's also got Weather Painter support. Wait, the Lair of Darkness pack or Predaplants? Wait, what? Predaplants? Runic. Oh, hold on. Are you talking about that, the secret pack that has the Lair of Darkness in it? Or are you talking about the new cards that are coming out? The new pack. Oh. Okay, so I've seen Weather Painters before, and honestly, I've never seen anyone play Predaplants pure except for in the anime. How exactly do Runic work? Because I'm pretty sure that one's new. Okay. No, the new selection pack. Oh, yeah, I still have the question. My question still stands. First things first. I don't think there's anything stopping me from... What does this do? Once per turn, detach a material, then target a face-up card and field destroy it. Okay, I got one for you. Here. Destroy this. There you go. Have fun with that. Rex. Runic have a bunch of really powerful spells, but they lock you out of the battle phase. If they're locking you out of the battle phase, does that mean they have an alternate win condition? Or, let me think. It's either an alternate win condition, or... what other reason would they work? Alternate win condition and... what? Shared ride. Each time a card is added from the main deck, graveyard to your opponent's hand, except by drawing them. Immediately draw a card. Okay, sure. You do that. Support a new structure. Red Eye Zombie Dragon Lord is coming out. Moonmaker's deck out. I haven't seen anyone ever try a deck out strategy since, like, back when Needleworm was the way to go. We'll set both of these. I might actually be able to get away with using just one, but just in case. So, Immortal Dragon. I don't remember Immortal Dragon, if it isn't a new card. First, we destroy Chamber. Well, Forbidden Chalice. Bravo! You got me. Sort of. But little did you know, I had another strategy. I used Visa Starfrost. Rolling up this monster, summon Visa Starfrost. And use Rakea's effect. And I'm gonna use it to get Serana. Just as a real middle finger to what this guy just tried. Reset Rakea. And then I blow up the Abominable Chamber for Wailing of the Unchained Souls. Abominable Chamber. Wait, what? Runic banish cards from the top of the opponent's deck. That's good. In the TCG, they use Mystic Mind to lock the game down and just stall. Ah, rest in peace, Mystic Mind. The hatred and frustration you caused is no longer here to haunt anyone. Alright. Going into this. Now I'm gonna do this thing I don't really do. Which is go into Stellar Wind Wolfrayet. Because I can do this now because of Visa Starfrost. This thing's effect. Absorb my Radiant to go into the Unchained Soul of Rage. Activate this. Unchained Soul. And we'll battle. This is not exactly an optimal strat, but I'm doing it anyway. Now, if he activates, there's a good chance he'll either destroy this or something. But on the off chance he doesn't, it's gonna be fun to see. Stellar Wind Wolf Ray, its second ability activate. Oh! He gave me a kaiju. He'd rather kaiju the Unchained Soul. Alright, he's going into it. Sadly, there's not really activating any effects. Just inherent summons. Wait. What the hell? Control. One. Warbow. Sadly, that's not an effect. It's not an activated effect, so this doesn't trigger. And he goes into the one and only Zeus. Sadly, I don't have anything to deal with Zeus. Right. What type of monster are the Runics anyway? Are they predominantly like spellcasters? I imagine because the way the name sounds. Let's see. Unfortunate. Monsters? Yeah, the Runic monsters. You said the Runic archetype. You said there's zombie support, Runics, and Predaplanets, right? Or is Runic like fusion monsters? I was kind of hoping on the lines of spellcaster, zombie, fiend, psychics, but if they're just like all over the place, then yeah, that answers that. Do I even bother? I could tribute this, and I have to deal with it. You can see 2 fairies and a beast. Ah. I don't really know what I can do against this. Sadly, he wouldn't get rid of his Zeus because he still has one good use of it. Setting that trap as a bluff doesn't do anything for me, so I'm not gonna bother. Huh. Is it like, so it's like Paleozoics where all the monsters are technically just spell card or trap cards or something? Like they all can just be summoned as monsters later? Or is it just a string of spells? Nope. Huh. That's wild. Alright, so sure. What's the worst that could happen? They lock you out of the battle phase, and there are a bunch of powerful spells. I mean, I don't know, I could run them in like a volcanic deck just to do like burn damage all day, every day. This wouldn't be overly useful for an arc that major condition knocked you out of the battle phase. Nonsense. There's plenty of ways for monsters to be very, very annoying without the battle phase. What's that monster called? Marshmallow? Okay. I've got no other real play I can make here. Summon this. Oh, Shared Ride. Oh, Shared Ride's like another version of Maxi. It's not really game ending. Sadly, I don't have anything that I want to do. Let's just grab this and set it face down. Pass turn. Oh wait. Oh my god. This does piercing. I had no real play I could make. Spanish colors out of the deck. For example, Runic Destruction can either special summon a fusion monster from your deck, or it can destroy a spell or trap and banish the top form up. Yes. Oh wow. You really stunned me. Yeah, GG's. Runic Dispelling. If they add a card to the hand outside of the draw phase, you force them to discard one and banish two from the deck. Huh. Flashing Fire. Destroys a special summon monster, then banishes top two. Huh. Alright, hold on. So, they did ban Imperial Order, right? Before they made this archetype? Let me see. Well, I will kill it. I still have 400 packs to go through, and there are actually some ultra rares I would actually like to get. Not this, but what would be an ultra rare I'd want from this art? Legacy packs. Maybe this one, Utopia Kaiser. That might be neat. Or, yeah, just Utopia cards, maybe. Wait. Freezing Curse, Golden Droplet. Curse negates face on Master Banishes 3. Golden Droplet lets your opponent draw 1, but then makes them banish top 4. Runic Slumberg. Destruction Protection. This is top 3. These all sound these actually sound neat. Are any of these normal spell cards? Blackwing. Smiting Storm. Banish this form from the top of the deck up to another card that it control. This card is useless. Just pointing this out there. Anyone who ever watches my stream, if you see this one Pendulum Monster, do not use it. If you see your opponent use this Pendulum Monster, you are likely going to win if you have any spell or traps in your deck. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Good luck. See, runic tip searches a runic spell, then banishes one. All continuous. Okay. What the hell benefits from that? Quick play. Huh? Wait. Sorry, it's more confusing when you say quick play even. So are they quick play or they have one continuous spell and one field spell? Oh. So no normal spells? The reason I ask is because there's this one spell card called not Spell Reclamation, that's a trap. There's a quick play spell called Serial Spell, where you copy the effects of a normal spell. It's a really old card, but like people would ask why would you use it, but a lot of people would combine Serial Spell with stuff like either Card Destruction, Pot of Greed, and other kinds of normal spells. And just by doubling over the effects, it became really stupidly overpowered. They're all quick play spells. Ah, goddamn it. Runic Allure is... Ooh. Parasite, and Timaeus. Yeah, sure, I'll use that one day. Allure is the continuous spells that revolve from play. The top card of your opponent's deck every time a quick play is used. You can activate runic quick play spells from your hand during the... Oh! That's good. Once per turn, if you activate a quick play spell, target up to 3 runics in your grave and place them on the bottom of the deck in any order and draw the same number. That's a pretty good field spell. Plus, it gets over the main downside of trying to use a deck that's focused on using a bunch of spells that will immediately burn through your hand. Paw Thunder, Gigastone, Omega. Wait, this might actually be good, just because I can special summon it. Yes, very bad card effect, destroy spell and traps. Huh. That's all well and good. It's got a searcher. Thanks to stuff like Metaverse, Planet Pathfinder, and Terraforming, should be able to get to the field spell pretty easy. Plus, the runics have a searcher on its own, so they can easily get to the. Yeah, they should easily be able to get to this unique field spell. All in all, not bad. Like, at all. What monsters would I put in this? Well, you said the deck already focuses on stalling. One of the fusion monsters can search the field spell. Okay. So the Runics have fusion monsters that are technically not brought out by using monsters. What? Is that right? Or is it supposed to be something like their fusion is technically just discarding spell cards? Every runic quick play spell has the effect that lets you special summon a fusion monster to the extra monster zone. Alright. I will never use this. Oh, okay, I should never say never, but oh my god, I can't believe I got this. Arm Dragon Catapult Cannon. Can anyone summon this? Let's see. First you got the V to Z Dragon Catapult Cannon and Arm Dragon level 7. Good luck. Must be special summon from your extra deck. During a duel, you special summon both of the above cards by banishing the above cards from the and it specifically says special summon, so you can't just use a card that renames them. God damn, there's the wording here gets rid of any ability to try to cheese this out. See, your opponent can't activate cards or effects with the same name as any banished cards. Let's see, once per turn during your opponent's turn, banish one card from your deck or extra deck and face up and banish all cards your opponent controls and in their graveyards. Damn. If you use this, you just win. I don't know why they even gave it 3,500 attack. No one's gonna be able to play after something like that. Alright, here we go. Scriptor, or Spirit Sculptor, I guess, was. It's a super rare. Tribute monster, add a monster from your deck to your hand. Maybe this is good, but like, fuck it. Hell if I know. Alright. You said there's 3 runic monsters, or is there like fusions? I mean, if they're planning on letting you, or can you just summon any fusion monster from the extra deck? In that case, I'll just summon Thousand Eyes Restrict and call it a day. It's like I'm locking myself out. If I'm gonna lock myself out of the battle phase, I might as well lock my opponent out of the battle phase too. Trap Reclamation. Any of the runic fusions. Oh. Alright. So is there 5 runic monsters and they expect you to run 3 copies of each, or is there only 3? Oh shit, they're really giving me the reunion monsters here. Well, union packs aren't inherently bad. So. Archfiend's Awakening. Oh crap, it sucks. No offense to anybody who's actually using these, but like, the summon skull monsters are very niche. If you can make a deck work with them, like, good job, but I wouldn't hold my breath. Alright. Solar. What's up?
Are you talking, man?
Wasn't planning on it.
It's been an hour.
Alright. Elemental Heal Bladage and the King Overfiend. Actually, hold on. Let me see. What do you do? Material. When a face up monster loses 1,000 attack with defense. While this card is on the field. So I guess the attack decrease stays, but alright, I think this is the more important one. Effect monsters your opponent controls cannot activate their effects. Alright. Let's see. I have one of these already, apparently. But clearly, it doesn't interest me. I completely forgot I had Electrum. Alright. Falling current. Target one monster you control and declare a level between 1 and 3. It becomes that level. Oh, okay, that's dumb. It's not worth it. Alright, let's see. We got penguins. And they work with penguins. Let's see. This card is revealed to the grave after being flipped. Target one penguin in your grave. Special summon face-up attack with face-down defense. Awesome.
I can't help before I yell. I'll talk to you after.
Alright. Well, in the meantime, I think we'll stop for now. At least with the legacy support.
Oh,
I'm gonna go over into the solo mode.
so you said just stop for now. I thought to get annoyed like this guy coming.
Nope. Alright. I said this before, but I'm going into a bit of the solos. Let's see. Might as well get caught up with the World Chalice story. Orm and his linked comrades, the Crusadia, are up against a new foe, the Orcust, who can be called back from the graveyard even after they are destroyed. One question remains: who is the mastermind behind these menacing machines? A new World Legacy battle is about to be unleashed. Alright. Scenario 1. Crusadia Maximus. Pretty sure I have this on, but hey, whatever. The secret powers of the planet. A few years had passed since that nightmare of a tragedy. When Orm awoke, he found that the girl and her brother were no longer with him. Was Zib really gone now for good? The loss of the girl had its grip over Orm's heart like an unbreakable vice. I couldn't protect it. If only I were stronger, then her death could have been avoided. The battle had left a chasm in Orm's heart. Now that Ib was gone, Orm had tasted for the first time just how terrifying a battle could be, and how devastating losing someone you treasured could be. He didn't have the heart to go on with his journey, not for now. However, there was still one thing on his mind that bothered him. It was Ningirsu. Even now, Orm still had no idea where he had gone. No doubt despair had taken him, now that his beloved sister was no more. And when Orm thought about how Ningirsu must be feeling right now, his heart became fraught with an unmovable weight. But that was exactly why Orm had to go after his childhood friend. And so the swordsman resumed his journey with Imduk. It was when panic was beginning to settle in Orm's mind. Was it coincidence, or did the Mekk-Knight that dwelled within him lead him to it? He stumbled across a dormant crawler. It occurred to Orm that this might lead to a clue. He could try to restore it and see if its communication system still worked. So the story continues. Time to check this out. Protector. Protector is that illustrated warrior who has matured and taken the scars etched in his heart during battles. Perfect for those who always want the best for their dear friends. Orm succeeded in restoring the crawler and gained access to its communication system, along with a number of records that detailed areas in which the swarms were active and data on the locations where many crawlers had been destroyed. Perhaps there was still some life left in those areas. And if there was, maybe they would know where Ningirsu had gone. Armed with this new clue, Orm set off to the areas he had gleaned from the records. However, as useful as the information was, it unfortunately didn't make Orm's expedition any easier. There was nary a sign of life to be spotted anywhere, and the journey was looking like it could end in vain. Nature, uncaring and unrelenting, continued to batter the two mercilessly. But at last, a glimmer of hope at the end of the arduous tunnel. Orm and Imduk had stumbled across the remaining tribes of the planet. That of the fiery recluses, the stalwart beasts, and the sacred lakeside trees. Although this encounter brought no clues as to Ningirsu's whereabouts, Orm and Imduk were blessed with the legends and knowledge of the tribes. And by linking them together, Orm was able to unlock a great secret power of the world. and witnessed the tremendous power that slumbered in its depths. It made him think of the world chalice powers that were bestowed upon him. But this was greater, far greater, hiding unbeknownst to the dwellers of the planet. Was this what Lee had sought, or fought? There we go. There's a lot here. Hold on. How much left is? Oh my god, there's a lot. Okay, well, journey of 1,000 steps starts with a 1,000 miles. It starts with a single step. So let's just keep it going. What were the more secrets dwelled beneath the surface? I don't think this makes much sense. You could rephrase this sentence. Alright. One of them was the rebirth records, inscribed with the history of the planet, chronicles from generations long forgotten. And the other, bygone memories of the planet's glorious age, where humans ruled from the apex. Long, long ago, there was a god who ruled the skies. With dragonkind as its disciples, it perpetuated the cycles of destruction and rebirth to maintain the balance of the realms. However, the scale of the destruction grew bigger each time, and one day the balance of the two was thrown into great disarray. Once this delicate balance toppled, even the sacred skies could not hold back the destruction it wrought. The god decided that it could no longer oversee the skies by itself. With its power of creation, it brought forth layers and layers of the toughest earth and sealed the powers of destruction within. With nowhere to go, the powers raged until it boiled and scorched the very earth, morphing it. A torrent of power rushed through the land and merged with the powers of creation, leaking out onto the surface. It became a small manifestation of the cycle of death and rebirth, and gave life to the lands. With the last of its strength, the god then turned itself into a key, and entrusted it to the life blooming on the planet before vanishing. In the years following its disappearance, the powers of destruction re-emerged on the surface many times. However, every time it did, the life on the planet would use the key and, with the help of the dragonkind, push it back to whence it came. Over time, the key came to be known as the Word, and the power of destruction as the Great Darkness. Thus, the great legend of the world hero was born. Starlit hero, your sword swathed in light, may you triumph over the great darkness. And on we go. Alright. And yet, the story continues. Decades, centuries, maybe millennia passed since the beginnings of the rebirth records. The land was now populated with life known as humanity. They were a civilization who had gained scientific knowledge and technological know-how, and were at the height of their prosperity. Their glory came at a cost, for it not only tore the planet's gifts away from it, but also the dragons who protected it. The god and the dragons that once were or had faded into obscurity as mere tales. And it was during this time that the key was excavated and uncovered. The humans were exhilarated by such a legendary and mystical find. Although its authenticity became gradually acknowledged, some expressed worries and doubts at the discovery. What did it mean for the key to have resurfaced in this time? Was this an omen, warning them of an inevitable battle between the world hero and the Great Darkness, like the legend said? Now that they could see that the key existed in its sword form, did this not also mean that the powers of destruction were indeed sealed deep within the planet's crust? Humanity began to assemble their finest to analyze the key. Within the team that had formed, there was a scientist who has shown her talent in all fields of medicine, astronomy, and archaeology. Her name was Lee. Lee was known all over the world as the foremost authority on computer science. The analysis was able to proceed smoothly thanks to her involvement, and not long after, the team branded itself as an organization called Crusadia, under the jurisdiction of the Confederation of Nations. Once they had analyzed the key further, they began to draft a plan that would help fight the imminent threats of their planet. It would involve warriors of a mechanical nature, and they called it Project Mekk-Knight. Work was to proceed without a moment's delay. Meanwhile, Lee drew up a hypothesis and sought to validate it in secret. She wanted to get to the root of the appearance of the Great Darkness that world hero legend spoke of. Recorded in the legend were multiple tales of the key being used to drive back the Great Darkness by harnessing the powers of creation and destruction. It was a simple enough story. The Great Darkness would appear, and the world hero would fight it back with the key. However, could the reverse also not be true? That using the key was the very thing that drew the Great Darkness out? There were those who were entrusted with a divine mission, and the conspirators who sought to revive the powers of destruction. The world hero legend was ultimately a story of their power struggle over the key. Whoever has the key will control the fate of the world. Or so went Lee's hypothesis anyway. And the more time she spent trying to validate it, the darker her ambitions grew. The divine powers will be mine. Right. A few years have now passed since then, or since Project Mekk-Knight began. And finally, Mekk-Knight of the Morning Star was complete. It had been fitted with a core powered by the key and possessed enough power to fight the most deadly of wars. However, an incident occurred during its test run with none other than Lee as its test pilot. With the key, she had reversed all of the celestial powers coursing through its mechanical body and diverted them to the planet's core, faster than anyone could make a move. Lee had planned all this out before taking her place as test pilot. The power that had flowed into the planet's core split the lands, and once again, the destruction from within overflowed to the surface, scorching every bit of earth that it touched. The entire world was beginning to split apart in this unprecedented disaster, and the revival of the Great Darkness grew ever nearer. However, its destruction was not without its obstacles. The Crusadia had created as assistive units 7 Mech Knights in total. The remaining Mech Knights faced off against Mech Knight of the Morning Star and destroyed it, sealing away the Great Darkness back within the earth once more. But the Great Darkness was at the end of the day a divine force, one that the mortals failed to seal away completely. Inspired by the key, the team decided to put their powers into physical vessels of their own, and left them on the surface as legacies. Now that the lands were ruined, it was getting harder and harder to live in such conditions. It seemed that life on this planet would be gradually snuffed out, including humanity. The reason why the Master of the Key, the world hero, didn't appear in our time of need is because we humans drained the planet of its powers. Fought the Crusadia. They began to mobilize to put an end to humanity's so-called glory, as it was the largest obstacle to the revival of the Barrens, or the Barren lands, and the planet's chances at surviving. They left the 7 Mech Knights they had built in their ruined world, after they were programmed with instructions to help rekindle the planet. The Mech Knights were also installed with data of the Crusadia members they had established a brain link with. If the lands could be healed once more, and the planet could take back the power it once had, then perhaps they could avoid imminent disaster. The Crusadia left all their hopes to a faraway future they may not even reach. However, there was one thing they failed to realize. The mastermind behind this incident was Lee, and she had already been taken by the burning lands. When she was found, she was already dead. But only in flesh. Her soul had been released from its physical vessel, and she had transferred into World Legacy World Chalice, her will and knowledge. And then we have Crusadia Revival. What's this do again? All Crusadia Link monsters on the field, 500 attack. One monster, it can attack all monsters in high control. Okay. The tremendous power that dwelled within the planet was the very thing that Lee was after, thought Orm. Suddenly he was struck by a sense of terror. He could feel a great force of malice that threatened the planet, but from where he could not tell. Perhaps someone somewhere was beckoning to the darkness, trying to bring it forth. He had to stop them before another terrible disaster happened. And in that moment, in Orm's mind, the figure of Ningirsu appeared. The figure of his childhood friend, tormented with sadness from the loss of Ib, seeking darkness in his despair at the world. Although slight, he could feel Ningirsu's presence within the mouse. It couldn't be. Orm reined his uneasy heart in. He would need help to stop this malice. He asked the elders of each tribe to lend him their strength, and they answered his pleas with a great number of warriors, and the tribes united in a formidable alliance. They named themselves after the warriors of old that their writings spoke of, and thus the second coming of the Crusadia was born. The Crusadia were taken to a hidden spot by the tribe of the Sacred Trees and activated World Legacy World Crown. Orm and his companions had now obtained power that could help them combat the malice that threatened their world. The Crusadia began their advance toward the giant tower at the center of all the malice. The orchestrated battle, towering into the sky in its metallic magnificence. Surrounding it were the Orcust, mechanical weapons waiting on standby in silent formations. At the tower's base was Ningirsu, and activating World Legacy World Wand was the only thing on his mind. Now that Orm could see his childhood friend, the swordsman could only think about how much sadder he looked. Orm prayed that he was only overthinking the situation, but he knew that their reality was not a kind one. Ningirsu was here because he wanted the powers of darkness, and he was at the center of the malice Orm had felt. That was the truth that awaited him at the end of his long search. But no matter how much time had passed, no matter how things had changed, the one thing that remained the same was that Ningirsu was still his friend. Orm thought about what he could do now that he was here. He had to stop Ningirsu from starting a disaster that could mean the end of their world. The only one who can stop this villainy is me. Orm fought, gathering all his courage. He signaled for his companions to mobilize, and now a new battle was about to begin. Cannot be unlocked when you have the following items. Okay. So I have to go through the rest of the scenarios. This gives me that protector, right? Yep. Okay. Scenario. Ningirsu's sorrow. When Ningirsu saw what had happened, a bolt of guilt pierced through his grief. Even in his desperation, he never imagined this would happen. His eyes could hardly believe what they were seeing. How did all this happen so fast? He prayed that he was dreaming and that he was going to wake soon. All he wanted was to see his dear sister again. As the scene of another nightmare unfurled around him, he became embroiled in a storm of emotions. I need to save Ib. Even as his mind was numbed with stupor, Ningirsu's body began to move without command. In what looked like an impulsive choice, he struck his childhood friend unconscious, taking both the other man's sword and Ib. What good was this world if Ib were not in it? He would do anything, be it good or evil, if it meant that he could see her smile again. That single thought of getting his sister back was all Ningirsu needed to force his weary limbs forward. He had the Mekk-Knight cores from when the 6 nightmares were defeated. And now he also had the sword he took from Orm. Using the facilities that were still present in the Mekk-Knight headquarters, he analyzed the artifacts with feverish desperation. This world possessed a mystical power similar to that of the world legacies, and if anything had a clue regarding its specifics, it would be the Meknites. They might even have a way to bring it back. Although he was unable to glean a way to resurrect it, he learned a great deal about the number of facilities from the ancient civilization. Ningirsu left the Meknite headquarters and set off to each one of them with the lifeless body of his sister in tow. Many of the facilities he visited had already ceased to work, and the ones that barely did provided little to no useful information. However, Ningirsu never gave up. There must be a way he could save Ib somehow. With that unwavering belief in his heart, he resumed his grueling journey. And finally, at long last, he discovered an ancient facility that was still in working condition. Alright, this will be the last one, I guess. After countless weary roads walked, Ningirsu had gone through more information than any average man would in his life. He had thoroughly inspected the Meknite cores and several ancient facilities. With what he had gathered, including files on the key and technologies thought to be long lost, he had finally unlocked the secrets hidden within the planet, and the truths of the world that had been shrouded in mystery. Ningirsu trembled with joy. He could revive his sister now. With his newfound certainty, Ningirsu set about creating a vessel that could house Ib's soul using the ancient technologies. However, this task was to be the most difficult yet. Trial after trial resulted in countless failures and their byproducts. And as the days ticked by, he had amassed enough vessels to create his own army. But at last, his efforts paid off. He had finally created a mechanical doll that would work. By synchronizing the doll with the body of his dead sister, he also succeeded in reinitializing the functions of one of the twin swords vital to his plan. So much time had been poured into this endeavor, but at least there was something to show for it. A strange sense of elation began to bubble within Ningirsu. His sister had life for this world. Now it was time for him to create a new world for her. Now that Ningirsu had the mechanical doll's powers, the second step of the plan to build the orchestrated battle could finally begin. Ningirsu, the Orchest Orchestrator. Protectors that illuminate a young man who gave everything for his sister. Perfect for those who always pull through their hardships to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Alright, not. And it's stuck. There we go. Alright. Practice. Learn the ins and outs of the Crusadia. Do I get the loner deck from this? Nope. Get orchestrated attack. Crusadia Vanguard. So what do these others give? Chimps? Orchest. Base. And the ins and outs of Orchest. And this one down here. More Legacy Ruins. Crysadia Equimax. Wait, what? Okay, that's gems. That's alright, you know what? We'll go through the Crysadia. Learn the ins and outs of Crysadia. Go 1 second. Let's pause. Alright, what makes the Crysadia deck unique? This deck allows you to link summon multiple times, especially when used in tandem with monsters whose effects let you special summon to a zone that a linked arrow is pointing to. Use this to your advantage and summon even more powerful link monsters to your field. Crysadia link monsters also gain a helpful boost in attack from monsters that they point to. Bolster your attack by summoning more powerful allies to zones that your Crysadia link monsters are pointing to against especially tough opponent. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Crown. Link summon Crysadia Equimax and win the duel during this turn. First, normal summon Crysadia Reclusia and use it as link material to link summon Magius. Okay. Lucia is the Magius. Right. Next, special summon Illness to activate this. Okay. Which triggers Magius effect. And it just says go for this. Alright. Use 2 moths. Yes, summon Regulax. Easy enough. Next summon Maximus. Trigger Regulax effect. Personally, I would have grabbed something else, but okay. Alright. Then we get the field spell. Use their effects to go into Equimax. Okay. Activate Revival. And summon Starling. Activate Panic Alert. Easy enough. Even in this version, I think I could have done a better combo with the cards they gave. Alright, hold on, be right back. Alright. And we're back. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? The opponent's deck has a small number of level 4 or lower monsters. They might not get any moves in the beginning. However, if they activate Orchestrated Return, you might be able to use the effects of Orcust and Immortal Legacy monsters, which may prove fatal to you. Destroying Orchestrated Babel. To prevent your opponent from using Orcust monster effects during your turn is one tactic you can use to make your opponent stop your opponent in their tracks. Make sure the monsters on your field are not attacking your opponents. Okay. What the hell's taking so long? Alright, finally. What does it give me? Okay. I have everything except for Avramax. Okay, fine. Summon Reclusia, use this effect. Into Magius. Here we go. Alright. If I remember right. Yeah, this will bring Reclusia back. So we'll use Sadia Draco, Magius. Alright. Alright, now what do I grab? Guess I can grab Maximus. It doesn't really matter which one I grab though, honestly. I guess Arborea. She'll offer protection. Yeah. Go into Regulex. Arborea, so that the Grave effect can activate and offer protection. What do I put here? No. I guess Vanguard. Why not? Yeah, Crusadia Vanguard. Set that. Then I'll use this to go into Crusadia Equimax. Then I special summon Reclusia to one zone, and the World Legacy Crown to another. And then we'll call it a day. Return. Send one. Field, hand the field, draw 2 cards. I could Tribute 1 Crusadia, target a card, fail, negate its effects. Yeah, I'll do that. Tribute Reclusia to stop you from drawing. Wait, what's activating? World 1. Banish this from the grave. Target one of your banished Orcus monsters. Card sent to the grave. Special time World Legacy monster from your hand. Oh, come on. Give me a break. Okay. Can't stop Babel. Orchestrated Iron Shots. Okay. If your opponent no more special summons a monster, take one Orchestra World Legacy from your hand or deck and either send it to the grave or banish it. And this one, you can activate Orcus monsters in your graveyard or monsters control the Orcus in their original names. That's quick effects. During the main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, set the turn sent there. Send one card from your hand to the grave to add this to your hand. Okay. Okay. Special summon this. Nope. Now what's your main activated, right? I guess I can just do this at any time. Whatever. Summon this. Activate this thing's effect. Target you now have piercing. Then I'll activate this. Savior Vanguard. Tributing a monster. I suppose I can tribute this. In order to summon anything. I can summon anything I want. Guess I'll summon Maximus. Yeah, I'll put him in attack mode because why not? Then this thing's effect is battle damage is doubled. There you go. Is there anything I could go into that has double the attack? Nope. Nothing useful to summon into. So, let's go into battle. Did I win? Yes, I did. Alright. With that out the way, let's finish up with the last goal. Alright. What happens? Orchestrated attack. When a monster declares an attack, tribute one Orcus monster. Orchestra World Legacy. Target one monster. Maybe a punch falls fast. Alright. Sure. So, the Crusadia headed toward where Ningirsu was. However, before they could reach him, they had to get past the countless Orcist weaponry. The Orcist were merciless as they were numerous, and the Crusadia suffered greatly as they tried to fight their way through. In the heat of the battle, Orm began to feel that within orchestrated Babel, there dwelled a power similar to that of his key. The mechanical vessels used whatever little of the key's power they had inherited and activated orchestrated Babel. From the depths of the tower, a great light was released, and the tower itself seemed to almost fall away with it as the beam stretched into the sky above. No, the activation must be stopped. Orm fought as he dashed toward the machinery. However, before he could move any further, Ningirsu appeared before him. It was the first time they had seen each other since that tragedy long ago. Their eyes met within the chaos of the battle. Orm opened his mouth to speak. Why? He asked. Did you want anything to do with the Great Darkness? Why put our planet under threat like this? Why did you create this spiraling tower and this army of mechanical weapons? Ningirsu had only one simple answer for him. For Ib. It was the only reason he needed. For his sister, he was willing to activate Babel to strike the World Legacy and World Wand down from the skies and break the Earth's surface. So he could awaken the slumbering World Legacy, World Ark, and use its influence over life and death to revive Ib's soul. Then, after the Great Darkness had been freed from within the Earth, he was going to use its powers to resurrect Ib as a celestial being. Now that he had heard the truth from Ningirsu, Orm readied his sword and knew that he had to stop this at all costs. Ningirsu didn't budge, and instead swung his lance in return. No one was going to stand in his way, not even Orm. The swordsman knew that Ningirsu loved it more than anyone in the world. But that did not make it right for him to put their entire planet in danger like this. Orm knew that Ib would not want this, even if it meant that she could not live once more. However, for Ningirsu, there was nothing he wanted more than to see his sister open her eyes again. And if it meant that he had to turn against the entire world, then so be it. Both men had already made their minds up on what they wanted to achieve. Neither wanted to budge, and so they clashed. But neither could gain a decisive advantage. The orchestrated Babel activated, and at last the World Wand had been toppled. When it fell to the earth, it gored the land below, and the resulting shockwave reverberated across the entire world. And we have to wait for... Star Stellar Future. Nah, I don't need to check it out. I've already seen that pack. And I think I have almost everything from it. Alright. Well, we are going to stop for now. Thank you all for joining me on this run of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. I'll be joining in back with another game later. Hope to see you all there.